Hello, good morning. It's Boris Karloff here. As so many point out how handsome I am, so I thought I'd introduce my other side, which is Boris Karloff. Those who don't know who Boris Karloff was, it was Frankenstein. He played Frankenstein in the movies, a lot of old movies. So some people have preferred I look haggard and that way. So my thought for today on that tone is that a lot of you guys are finally realizing that the main reason for you departing these wonderful paradise lands of the Philippines, 7,000 plus islands, is health reasons. It's not women reasons. Okay, there's probably you'll blame a little bit on the Filipina, which is probably a little unfair because you probably haven't spent long enough to get to know them properly. And every country in the world has scammers. Every con artist doesn't necessarily live here in the Philippines. There are a fair few that try it on, not just on foreigners, on Filipinas. Ask how many Filipinas get scammed and you soon find out. And the main reason for leaving, of course, will always be health, because in the West we've grown up with the concept that when we get sick we can go to a hospital and get pretty well free treatment under various schemes. But of course in the West, our illustrious politicians are slowly chipping away and making everything user pay, and therefore those that are in need not only are finding it more difficult to get that treatment in the West, you'll also find the fact that these health systems around the world, no matter how good they were, are slowly being whittled away and becoming very hard to get access to. So don't always believe that the grass is always greener back home, because after all, when we're at home, we also hope that we'll have a good and healthy life and that we live a long life. But things can happen that can put an end to that. We can be in a train crash. We can be walking across a pedestrian crossing and some silly twit goes and runs us over and chops our head off. So there are risks no matter where we live. I tend to approach life on the basis that that's life. You know, we try and live our best life we can. I hope to live to 100. Oh my God, videoing until I'm 100. But who knows? I could be dead tomorrow. But at least I'll die smiling on my face, because I love the Philippines. It's a great place to retire. But those that are leaving the Philippines generally are leaving discontented, often somewhat bruised. I don't think that you can arrive here with a sour look on your face and in the back of your mind seek out that perfect lady, because she's not going to be attracted to somebody who's miserable, complaining all the time, and maybe not the greatest of personalities. We have to try and put our old self, maybe, if we're a little bit quiet and not able to communicate as well as we maybe should, then we are going to find it difficult to find a partner here in the Philippines. Maybe one way, of course, would be to rent an apartment and get a maid in and slowly build up a relationship with that person, to maybe she can put you in touch with someone who's looking to hitch up with a foreigner. You never know. There's all sorts of ways. Talk to people in the shops. Talk to the people in the department stores and the hospitals. No matter where you are, go and join a church. You'll get to meet people, the right kind of people there too. So life doesn't have to end just because you think it's ending. give it a second try and a third try, because after all, once you've got your boots on the ground here in the Philippines, you have a much better chance of finding somebody that might um, gel with. After all, remember, opposites often attract, and you can end up with an ugly man like myself and a beautiful lady like Jane. Who knows? So give it a go. Don't run away. Don't be so keen to give it all up. Try learning that word no and just rearranging your life a little bit before you decide to jump ship. And nobody said Rome was built in a day. And you can't expect a relationship that you're trying to look for to just suddenly magically appear. And of course, don't base a relationship on the first thing that pops up, if you get what I mean. So, you have a great day. It's a Saturday here, so a lot of people are home, lots of things to do in the garden, and I don't think we'll be bored today. So you have a nice time, and keep those thumbs up. They're coming up much better, and thank you very much for all the new subscribers that subscribed this week. It's very gratifying. Bye now.